485-9470, TIN number 349150448, #. So,
Okay, Rich, we need a vote on that motion.
yes.
Yeah.
Dwight, how do you
Yes.
vote?
Yes.
Natasha, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Stanley, did you sworn in?
Oh, hi, Stan. He is sworn in.
I'm sorry, Stanley, did you get sworn in? Okay, good. How do you vote to open the meeting?
You're on mute, Stan. We can't hear you. If you vote yes, you can just raise your hand. Okay.
Okay. Stanley says yes, and the chair says yes. Did I miss anyone?
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
And Willie.
So
yep,
with that, first of all, I want to welcome both Stanley and Natasha. Thank you for coming on board. And Stanley, as I mentioned earlier to Natasha, go to the town website and look into the Conservation Preservation Committee's plan, and take a look at that. It'll give you a lot of insight and background to what we do and the things we've done in the recent past. Okay, thank you. So Barry, you're on.
Yep, I'm just admitting John Linehan. He's just joining us also.
Okay. Well,
Okay. All right. I don't see him. I just admitted him, but I don't see him. Hang on a minute. Here he is. Well, no, not yet. Hang on. Just bear with me for a second. I just clicked John in, but hang on. I don't know. Maybe, John, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, great. Welcome.
Thank you.
Rich was just saying we have two new members, Stan Zoll and Natasha Gomez, and Stan is the representative from the Redevelopment Authority. Natasha is the representative from the Housing Authority. So,
Welcome.
Stan and Natasha.
right. First order of business is on project updates. We have an update on the Bird Street entryway. Willie, do you want to bring us up to
Yes.
date on what's going on?
Yep. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was there today. Jerry McDonald sent me down. He couldn't make it tonight. And they put the telephone pole up and they ran the wires down the pole. They put in new sonotubes with wires coming out of it for the gate. And that's as far as they've gone so far. But hopefully, once we get the gate in, then we got other work to do there. So it's work in progress.
Very good. And what's the next step going to be?
Well, once we get that in, after the gate's done and everything, it's we're gonna probably what's in the plan is a new sign for there, Bird Street, and also we have a landscaping plan in that article.
Yep.
To do landscaping and clean it up.
Yep.
Make it nice.
Very good. All right.
So can I ask a question? When the gate is in and functioning, is then it going to be open soon after that?
Yeah, as soon as we can get it. The only thing that Jerry asked is that we leave the big yellow gate up just in case you have a problem with the other gate. You can secure it at night. Otherwise, it's just going to be open or locked open, which is the gate that's there now. Just in case something happened to it, the electrical gate. So you know, that's why we left the big gate still there.
Got it.
All right. Great. Anybody else have any questions for Willie? Okay, we'll move on to the next article. An update on there's two CRs going. One is for Benson Road and one is for Atkinson Ave. The Benson Road, that since I completed the update, that's actually been finalized. We did hear back from the state. So we have a final version. It was sent to the select board. The select board voted to sign it on behalf of the town. So I'm just waiting to hear back from Gilda, the administrative person at the select board, on just basically get a signed copy. The next step would be to send it to Wildlands Trust, which will be holding the conservation restriction. And then it goes to the state for their endorsement. And then it comes back to us and we file it with the registry, and that's the final step. So we've made a lot of progress on that. On Atkinson Ave, we need some updating to the CR. Jerry was kind enough to send me a copy of, there's a kind of like a guidelines for what's allowed, what's not allowed on the open space that, excuse me, the Atkinson Ave parking area abuts. Bear with me, I'm getting over a cold. So what I'd like to do is go back over the conservation restriction, and as well as we can match up the do's and don'ts to what's on the document that applies to the what is it, 85 acres of open space that was donated that's next to it. So that's one of the next steps. The other thing is that when Atkinson Ave, the two parcels that the town purchased for parking, when that happened, the town meeting article gave control of the property and custody of the property to the select board. So I've asked if the Conservation Commission wants to ask for that property to be custody to be transferred to them. So if that is the case, then that will have to be a town meeting article this fall. So I don't think that's been voted on yet, has it, Willie?
I believe it has.
Oh, okay. All right, well, was that at your last meeting?
I believe so. It was
Okay,
a very long meeting, so.
yeah. All right, well, get back to me and, let me know if you need,
Yep.
Maybe some help putting together an article for town meeting. Town meeting has been scheduled for mid-November, so it's never too late to get things in motion.
Yeah,
Anybody
no, actually, tomorrow I'll call Jerry. Jerry usually takes care of all that stuff. Being a
Yep.
being a town meeting rep,
Yep.
how to do all that stuff. So I'll converse with him tomorrow and get back to you.
Very good, thank you. And so Atkinson is again, it's still a work in progress. I also wanted to mention that the historic preservation restriction for the railroad depot, as Dwight knows, the Historical Society is going to voted to accept the grant of that, so they will be monitoring that property. So we have a final draft that I sent to town council, and Mass Historical Commission is the group that at the state level that has to approve it. And Mass Historical Commission is, they don't do anything electronically. So, we have to send the draft by snail mail, and that's not so bad, but word is that they take perhaps months in order to review it and get back to us. So, so we'll just have to sit tight and wait and see. But it is submitted. They'll probably want some changes, and again, it's not going to be a quick and easy process, unfortunately, I don't think. But at least we have a finished draft, and we've sent, and it's at least in the mail on the way to them. I'm going to defer it back to Rich for the chair's report.
Yep. Well, first of all, I'd like to mention the dedication of the Hanson Playground. It was held Tuesday, the second to last day of school at the Hanson School. Unfortunately, it rained, but the ceremony went off without a hitch. It was really a touching, loving dedication, not only for the playground, but also the fact that Mrs. Cancelleri was retiring after 28 years of service at the Hanson School. And the school felt it was appropriate to dedicate the playground in her name. So it was sort of two events in one. And they had a cast of characters there. The superintendent, principal spoke, the superintendent spoke, and then Senator Driscoll spoke. He also had two proclamations, one for the playground, which he read, briefly, he didn't read the whole. And then he had one also for Mrs. Cancelleri. They call her Mrs. C. And the facilities manager, Dennis Rigo, he also spoke. And it was now my turn, so I kept my speech very brief. I actually started on smack, and I think I spoke for 87 seconds. I got in all the right words and didn't waste any time. So I figured these poor kids, grade 1 to grade 5, didn't want to be listening to a bunch of adults. But then the students took over, and the student council, which are members of each of the grades, were given a set piece to read about what they thought about Mrs. Cancelleri. I think there were 15 children. These a couple of sentences each were not written by them. They were written by adults. But I have to say, these children had such good, confident speaking skills. They articulated extraordinarily well. I was really proud to see that. And then the whole school sang one of Shakira's songs, Try Everything, to Mrs. Cancelleri. I'll tell you, it was a moving and a warm meeting and ceremony. And the brain let up just as the meeting ended, so it went off really well. This playground is going to get used a lot. Moving on, the Conservation Preservation Committee's plan. Each of us from our various organizations take a look at it. We agreed on our last meeting that we would come back with recommendations for updating the whole thing, the whole plans by August 5th. So I encourage each of us, and I'll be doing my part on the planning board side, and come back with some recommendations to bring it up to date.
Yeah,
I
if
remember
anybody
you-
has any question on what they might want to do, feel free to contact me as well.
Barry, I can barely hear you.
I said, if anybody has any question, is that any better?
I can hear you.
Okay. If anybody has any question, feel free to contact me and we can go over it. We can use the existing community preservation plan as a model for what kind of information we need. But, for anything more specific or any questions you have, feel free to contact me by phone or by email.
And Barry, are we still short on 2 citizen appointees?
Yes, we are. Yep, waiting to hear
Okay.
back from the select board. So far, we haven't had anyone apply. Actually, I take that back. We have one person apply.
If any of us know of anyone who's interested, please encourage them so we can have a full board, because particularly this time of year, people are on vacation. And so that completes my report.
Okay, very good. I'll do my report. First of all, one thing I forgot to do at the last meeting, we're doing the conservation restriction, and we're paying for Benson and for Atkinson. We're paying for it out of the original accounts where we appropriated money to acquire the property. However, what I failed to do at the last meeting was actually ask for an extension in the period of time to complete the CRs themselves. So I'm going to ask for a motion for Benson and for Atkinson to extend for one more year the time to complete the CR for each of them.
I move that we extend the time 1 year for each of them.
Second,
Second,
Okay. So
Okay.
roll call vote. Dwight, you're.
Yes,
How do you vote?
yes.
Stanley, how do you vote?
You might be
think you're
muted.
still-
We're not
Stanley.
hearing you.
Okay, good. Willie?
yes,
Okay. Natasha?
Yes, but I have a question when the voting is done.
Well, you know what? We can do it. Take your question now.
So this is like going back to the people looking for people. I think Alana, I know another community member that would like to join. How should they go about that?
Have you-
Contact either Barry or myself.
Yes,
Okay.
and in order to apply, actually, they have to go to the select board. So there's on the town website, under the select board, there is an application form. It's the same for every committee.
Yep.
So that's, and yeah.
I'll tell her to send it to fill it out.
Yeah, and she
and
can
then,
contact this Gilda at the select board office also.
Okay.
just to let them know that she's interested.
and then
Okay.
they should show up at the select board meeting when it's going to be taken up, and be prepared to answer why they want to do it and what they can contribute.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So Natasha, how do you vote for this motion?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone I missed?
You
Oh,
missed
Carl.
me.
How do you,
You missed me.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Thank you.
And-
And the chair votes.
and- And John Linehan, yes.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, John. My screen is hiding people, so I'm communicating by phone and video. So,
I think that's 7 people,
okay, good,
because there are seven of us here now.
good. Okay.
Thank you
good.
for that.
You-
Just to go back to, Rich, terms expiring, Rich has signed on. Natasha and Stan have been sworn in, as have Natasha and Stan. I don't know if Bunme is going to continue because she didn't submit an application to the select board. And Dwight, we know that you're waiting for your colleagues on the historical commission to be sworn in first before they can reappoint you. So that takes care of that. The other thing I'm going to mention is that I've talked to Stuart Saginaw, who is the executive director of the statewide Community Preservation Coalition, who is a great resource for us. He's going to come out to Stoughton and give a presentation on the CPA, and we're thinking that will take place in September. And what he's asked us to do is invite local towns in the area who also have community preservation committees. So I will, and the other thing we may want to do is, since we now have a new community center, is to hold it there. So I'll make arrangements to see if that's we'll pick a date. Maybe we can discuss that now. I don't know if it's convenient for people to look at their calendars, and it would be in an evening, a weekday evening in September. So I don't know what.
I can't look at my calendar, but it's likely to work for me.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I take it back. We did set a date. September 23rd, which is a Wednesday. Is there anybody that doesn't work for? I'm just looking at my calendar. I didn't notice that we had already set a date.
Do we have a
That's
time?
good, that's good for me.
Probably would be at 7.
I have a
Okay, so that
conflict
works
that evening,
for-
Barry.
I'm sorry. Say that again. Oh, Willie, you have conservation that evening?
I believe so. No, we have it Thursday.
Okay.
Barry, this is Carl. I have a work
Okay.
conflict that evening.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I'm just trying to do what's best for everybody. I know that, I'm trying to think of what our options are. It's probably not going to be recorded because it's not well, actually, I can record it and send it to people. Maybe that's an option. No, I probably can't. It's not, it's not like a town function. It's basically for CPC members rather than for the general public.
Barry, it will also be interesting to see what the costs / logistics are for them to do the community center to a town board, because
Yep.
there's a certain set of fees that get charged for private events, and
Right.
to see what this entails for a government body will be interesting to see. There'll be some charge, but it'd be nice if it's not the full charge that I would pay if I were having a wedding there or something.
Well, I would imagine, I'll check this. I would imagine that since it was set up so that government bodies could meet there, I don't think there'd be any charge, but I'll check that with.
All right, well, I hope that's the case, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
If not, then we'll have to go to a place where they don't charge us, I guess. It
Rich,
depends
can
what
I
it is.
make a related motion?
Sure.
I would like to have Barry be able to spend up to a couple $100 to just have snacks and drinks at the meeting,
Yep.
since we'll be hosting the other folks.
Okay.
I second that.
Okay, any discussion as to amount? A specific?
And that would come out
John,
of
would you like
the administrative fund.
Yes.
John Linehan, would you like to put a specific amount on that?
Yeah, I
Motion?
said $200.
Okay. Well, we have a second, so let's take a vote. Dwight, how do you vote?
Yes,
Okay. Carl,
Yes.
Stanley?
Yes.
All right, we hear you. And Willie,
Yes.
John Linehan,
Yes.
Natasha,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes.
Okay.
I have more of an administrative request.
Yes.
As Barry stated, this meeting may have already been kind of pre-put on the schedule. Since I'm new to this group, can we just put things on the calendar or resend those calendar invites just so that I don't make plans over meetings?
I will do that. Good idea.
yeah, in general, our meetings are always on the first Wednesday. This is an exception. Doesn't happen often, so just to put it
Well,
in context.
this isn't in place of our September meeting. This is in addition
Right.
to it. Yes, actually, there's a CPC calendar. It won't have this on it. But if you go to our website, there's a link right from the CPC page that goes to the calendar that lists all of our meetings, all of our deadlines. Speaking of which, the deadline for next year's annual town meeting, we have just for the new people, we have a 2-phase application process. The pre-application for items for next year's annual town meeting, those are due on August 15th. The full applications are due on September 15th. I just wanted to mention that before I forget. But Natasha, that's a great idea. I'm going to send you that information about this meeting and send you a copy of the calendar as well. And actually, I'll send this to everyone on the committee.
Thank you.
Okay. Great idea.
Chairman,
Stanley,
relative to that matter, there was inquiry from the program administrator about September meeting, being okay for the parking facility, and I am not sure if I indicated that was yes, certainly acceptable to have it then.
You're talking about the previous vote that we took?
No, this is about it was an inquiry about the September meeting of the parking facility in the town hall.
No, I'm not following you.
There was an inquiry about having a meeting in September because of the relative to the parking facility near town hall.
You mean the change in parking because of the work going on there?
Yeah,
Oh. Okay, so what you're saying is in September, we might have problems scheduling a meeting for town hall itself.
no, I'm just saying, I was just saying, yes, it was okay to have the meeting scheduled then, that's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll check with, Mark Tisdale and see what they're looking at in terms of what disruptions, if any, will be to town hall while they're doing construction. I'm sure at some point there will be some disruption. But I'll check that with him.
But there will be alternate, places to park. I forget, I saw the notice. It's not as if there's no parking, but it's just gonna be changed some, right, Stan?
Oh, is this a notice that was posted in town hall?
There was a thing that came out about it on Facebook today about the work that's gonna be done there, and I noticed there was something about parking changes, but I didn't go into detail and read that, but it was mentioned, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook. If someone can get a copy and send it to me, that would be great. Or I can call Mark and have him, send it through. They have an email that basically goes to all town heads, heads of
Yeah.
boards. Yeah, I'll ask him. Thank you.
Just to let
We
you,
do have the post office to use after hours.
just to let you know that Mark's on vacation this week.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. All right. But anyway, that would be September 23rd. I'm gonna make some arrangements. What I was gonna say is we'll invite local towns that also have CPCs, which include Foxborough, Easton, Sharon, Canton, Randolph, Milton, and Avon is an abutting town. They do not have a CPA. They don't have it in place, but I think Rich had mentioned that he knows people in Avon through the Neponset Watershed Committee that he's on. So maybe we can invite them and get some people interested in doing that. All right, that's basically it for me. The next item on the agenda was to discuss what our options are for a new treasurer. I know that Bob was thinking of becoming the treasurer, and now Bob is basically devoting his attention to the SRA. Stan, is that something you would be interested in? Do you have any interest or aptitude in being a treasurer?
I think initially, being a new member, I would want to know what's involved before I,
No
jump
problem.
into something like that.
Yep. Perfectly understandable. All right. Well, unless anybody else is interested, we can come back to it later, at a later meeting. Okay. I don't have any minutes for everybody. It's for anybody this week. It's not that I haven't been working on them. I have, but I haven't finished. I worked on a bunch of them. I haven't finished any single one of them. So, next question is there any other new business or emergency matters that we need to discuss before we adjourn tonight? Okay, well, our next meeting will be Wednesday, August 5th, probably in person. We normally meet in the Fitzpatrick room on the first floor of Town Hall. And Rich, I think you can call for a motion to adjourn if nobody else has anything on.
Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second,
Kuhn? Okay. Dwight, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, your vote.
Yes. Yes.
Stanley,
Yes.
Willie,
Yes.
John Linehan,
yes.
Natasha,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes.
All right, thank you
Happy
all. And
4th of
again, if
July,
anybody, Stan and Natasha, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me by phone or by email. Pretty much always available. Don't call me in the middle of the night, but you can always email me in the middle of the night. All right.
Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you. Good
Night,
night.
Good night, everyone.